What's your name, sir?
Rick Schosberg.
And how long you been in the horse business?
My whole life, pretty much, yeah.
What got you started?
Well, we bred horses down in Virginia when I was a kid and moved up here to New York and started breeding up here, thoroughbreds in the mid-'70s, and still have a farm here. I went to Cornell University for business and equine studies and started training on my own in 1988. I'm vice president of the New York Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association, and I'm the president of the 𝐏𝐂 Second Career Thoroughbreds, which we facilitate retiring racehorses off the racetrack into second careers through a network of aftercare facilities accredited by the TAA.
And I interviewed Mrs. Ware.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah. She's with the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of our partners that we work with for horses that need sanctuary. We also partner with other organizations that are accredited by the TAA, and we make sure that these horses have a proper and useful and safe retirement. And that's called the Take the Lead program.
What's your favorite moment in this life throughout the years? Favorite moment?
There's too many. There's no one single one. You know, every time. You know, just it's hard to say. You know, I don't have any favorite moments. You know, it's just it's been a good life for me. I've had a good career. I've paid back, you know, to the industry. It's helped me along, and I like being on the NYTHA board and helping with the backstretch workers with all their health and welfare and housing, and helping these horses get a safe retirement once they're done racing.
And you know, right, the name of this program, right, is the real players inside the backstretch, right? How important is the men and women to these barns, man, back here day in day out?
Well, it's all important. I mean, without the workers, we wouldn't have an industry, right? And we want to make sure that they're taken care of. We opened up a new healthcare clinic here, sponsored by that's run by Northwell now, and we've seen that their housing has gotten upgraded. And because without their health and well-being through the pandemic, we worked hard to make sure that they were safe and isolated if they needed to be, and had all the PPE that they needed to get through to keep the industry moving. And we did that, and they're the backbone of the industry, across jurisdictional lines, not just here in New York, but at other jurisdictions. The backstretch workers, they're the ones that really carry the weight of the industry on their back. Some people think the horses do, but without the backstretch workers, the horses wouldn't be kept as healthy and happy and successful as they are. So, I was a groom here, I was a hot walker here back in the day, and so I know how important it is from the ground up what the backstretch workers, what they go through. Their day starts very early, sometimes it ends very late, and but they work really hard, and it's rewarding for all of us, and it's rewarding for them. And when their horse crosses the finish line in front, it's an ecstatic feeling for them and the rest of us. So basically, health and well-being for the backstretch workers and the horses. We have a healthy industry. Otherwise, it falls apart.
And look, on the way out, right? Favorite horse all time, and you got to give me
own.
Your own.
Well, I had an Eclipse Award winner, Maria's Mon. My most accomplished racehorse was a horse named Affirmed Success, who's still alive. He's down there at Old Friends. He's 28 years old. He earned $2.5 million, about $2.3 million in his career, both on the dirt and the turf, ran in 4 Breeders' Cup races and won several Grade 1s. Wow. And he's a terrific horse.
Right, we encouraging young people to kind of come to the stables and get jobs. What would you say to young people to invite them over to come and work on the? Well,
I'd say, it's a great industry. You get to work with incredibly majestic animals, but be prepared to work. It's not easy. It's early hours, but it's very rewarding, and you learn something new every single day. I mean, that's one thing. As a 60-year-old trainer, If I'm not learning one thing every single day, I'm not doing my job. So just be like a sponge. There's a lot going on back here. Look, listen, ask questions, right? You know, you may get punked once in a while, but that's okay. That's part of the that's part of the initiation phase. But no, it's a really good industry, and we have an economic impact here in New York that's overwhelming. You know, we're the second largest ag business in the state of New York to dairy. You know, we're ahead of grapes and we're ahead of wine, and you know, the horse industry means a lot to the state of New York, and we want to remain relevant, and we want to keep the industry going, and we do it on the backs of the backstretch workers, and we try and help them along every way we can.
And which one of these guys you want to give a backstretch award to, man? We like to give like a groom that was dear to your heart throughout the years, man. Can you say his name or a couple?
Well, yeah, I mean, the one guy, all these guys have been with me for so long. Luciano Rocha has been with me forever. At least 20 years, right? And he's gotten to the level where he can be in a management position, and I rely on him quite a bit. And like I said, these guys have really stuck with me, and he's rubbed some of my best horses. Some of the grooms that I've had in the past have gone on to different careers, and some of them are working in the industry, but have gone on to do other things. But for me right now, I think Rocha right here, he lives right out here, and he's on call all the time. He deserves a lot, and he takes really good care of his horses. He's meticulous, so yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right, guys.